Hey, this is Brandon on behalf of Dark Side Comics and Games. I'm doing tournament practice for Modern just to see how I can do against closer to meta decks as opposed to stumbling upon some standard and other variations of Modern decks. So, gives us less time on the timer here because the previous one was like an hour. That's a little bit much. Birds and from a forest, and they're at 6. I really want to destroy that, but I don't have a bolt in hand. I won't be getting a bolt. Let's play. We're more likely to need. No, we'll just do this. We'll just play an Overgrown Tomb, Shell Network, 2 colors. Yep. What can you play on 3? There are 2 or more colors. Lava Spike. What in the world? Why'd they tap? Oh, they. Okay. Alright. Main phase. I'd like to power this out. Instead, actually, they're on 3 cards. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Here we go. Enjoy. Hope your 1 card in hand's gonna carry you through the game. Next turn, if they don't do anything substantial, I'll unearth my Skelemental, and we'll kind of feel real good about what we're doing. We play our Stomping Ground tapped finally. Okay. Draw. Good. Let's say black for unearth. I have a feeling they're going to have removal for Skelemental, and that'll kind of 2 for 1 this year, but mana-wise, our value that we're getting here is... Yep. I don't know what this deck was. I don't know. I guess there's just a weird Gruul burn thing. If they're burn, I expect them to be able to play a couple of things per turn. So I kind of want to put these off to the side. Spell bombs will be great. These will be great for just a little bit of life gain off the top. Shenanigans won't help me at all. Yeah, it's just these. Weather the Storm and the Hunt Masters. The thing I can't really justify is these pillages are like not the greatest, and I can take out 1 other card. I don't see Maelstrom Pulse really doing a whole lot. But we'll see. Clothis will do a good amount of. I think Clothis will do some work. Actually, I think 1 Clothis and subbing out a. Yeah, I think subbing back in the Bloodbraid Elf and taking out a Clothis is what we want to do here, because I feel better about this whole deal than running a land destruction and. Yeah, I used to not have life gain, but in the online version I'm playing definitely does. To the extent where I feel pretty good about this. I like Gruul Spellbreaker here. I'm gonna put that with a 1/1 counter instead of face. That way it's 2 bolts to get rid of. What's the turn is up? What we got here? Lava Spike? Yeah, sure. Yeah, if they're just gonna go face and kind of be disadvantaged like that, oh, hello, how are you today? Oh, that feels great. I'm gonna leave out Simian Spirit Guide to bolt like a bird if they play it, because if they're trying to get 2 mana, well, they got 2 mana. Target's command? Nope, Lava Spike. Alright. Maybe keeping in the pillages just to destroy their basic mountains would be great. I'm gonna get a basic forest here. I don't want to go any lower. That feels great. I don't. With 3 cards in hand, I doubt they can get us past 13. I'm sorry, 4 cards in hand. So, feeling good. Yeah, bird. Bird's the word. Yep, 10. Feed me fuel, feed me fire. Interestingly, I don't think I can go past 10 with the upcoming turns. Maybe I just eat my land and kind of Bloodbraid. Yeah, let's do that. I like green. And then play this. What do we cascade into? It seems Spirit Guide. Not horrible. It blocks Young Pirate, not Young Pirate, Taylor Swift Spear. So, not upset. Please block, sir. Alright. If they're a Force of Rage deck too, I'm interested to see. I feel like this would be a good card for them to run because see how they're just petering out here. He's gonna bolt us. He's gonna bolt this. Yeah, he's gonna bolt us. I don't see how they're gonna get us past where we are now. Now that we're at 4 mana, we can just do whatever we want. Okay. Main phase, foothills. I wanna. Yeah, let's Bloodbraid again. There's no reason not to. Ugh. Yeah, let's get the Overrun Tomb. Well, they don't like life gain, and they realized that this has life gain on it. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Clothes would have been active if I cast my Bloodbraid Elf, so that would have been a big hit. Well, that's an interesting game. I think that my paper copy should run Hunt Master of the Fells. I haven't resolved it yet, but of what I've seen, it kind of just makes a little army, and it's kind of what we want to be doing in the fact that like it stabilizes whenever we're against our bad matchups, which is like creature matchups. Elves is tough, very tough, and Merfolk is very difficult, and Goblins can be difficult too. It's Aether Vial is super tough to beat. The amount of mana advantage they get, it doesn't really matter that we have good card advantage with Bloodbraid Elf and Skelemental and all that. We have really fast plays, but once they, most decks can stabilize, and once they do stabilize the way that they do, kind of hurts us here. Lost the die roll, but there's at least a sideboarded game, so. I don't hate this hand. Like, you can draw into good stuff, so keep. I'm already going second, so I don't need to go down in cards. Played against this before. I think this person was even playing ooh, I kinda wanna we've got 2 Carpeline Gorges, that's so upsetting. Alright. Let's fake the bolt. They don't have Ornithopter in hand, which feels really, really good. I wonder if they're just like a Cavalcade that too. That'd be interesting. 5 cards remaining in hand. Let's see what they are. Hopefully they just spill their hand out and I can just skelemental the rest away, because people don't... Ooh. Maybe they just didn't play them. Yeah, yep. That's a good card. I like that one a lot. Kodoltha Rebirth. Sacrifice an artifact. Make 3 1/1 red goblins for 1 red. Very, very cool. Go to my main phase. Play another Copperline Gorge because it doesn't hurt me, and I can also kind of just wait for their combat. Unless the player has no cards in hand. Ugh. Well, I can hold against command that, which is great. Ish. Is it? Huh. So I get hit for 6 there. That's pretty okay. Draw main phase. Alright. I can Burning Tree into... Ooh. Lord Almighty, that's good. Bang, bang. Be very careful, because this Gruul creation of mana can sometimes mess me up just mentally on keeping track of what I'm supposed to be creating. Sure. Black. I don't want to wait for their draw step because I can't flash this guy out. So, destroy an artifact and 2 damage to a target. So, this is my artifact I'm going to destroy and choose a target to do 2 damage to. Now you have 3 1/1s. How do you feel? You have 2 cards in hand. So let's see if they can get back. See if they can get back into this game. Yeah. Oh my lord. This deck does extraordinarily well against random different decks. Did they just quit the entirety of the match? There was no sideboarding. Well, maybe they were playing a little more of a pet deck where they didn't want to see it. Real cards being played, which is weird because this is tournament practice. I will go first. Burning Tree into a bolt's fine. This gets us an Overgrown Tomb, and then we're kind of on a fine color base. Sure. I wonder what this Avacyn aficionado is playing. I'm going to be getting an Overgrown Tomb with this, so I don't feel like leaving up the bolt. Castle Limbreth, unfortunately, is one of our quote-unquote tap lands. It can possibly be tapped in some scenarios, but the push that it gives, the +1 power, is excellent with the trample from our creatures. That whenever it's late in the game, we sometimes have to. Yeah, that was one of my fears. Is if we were to crack this, we would get like a basic forest off the top, not basic forest, basic swamp off the top, and be super stuck. What, did they play anything? Riftbolt. Okay. Wasn't paying attention, I suppose. I'd like them. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get a Stomping Grounds here. Yep. Let's Ritual. And just lightning bolt them off of the red. And I'll just throw my mana away. I kind of want to string these together. Burning Tree Adversary is one of the worst cards in the deck. Maybe, I mean, it feels more... This used to have Reckless Bushwhacker in the deck. And so you would Burning Tree as many times as you could, and then Bushwhacker. And it typically only dealt 5 damage whenever you played the Bushwhacker, but Eidolon, what a strange deck. He has 5 cards in hand. I'm trying to monitor when I should play the Skelemental. I'm going to be super conservative with my mana base now that I know that they're burn. I'm gonna go Clothis here. This will probably get them to either scoop or realize later that they should scoop. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this back because me dealing them damage is not the name of the game right now. Burn decks are better than me at dealing damage in short term, so until I make this 4th land drop, I won't feel very safe. Kraken Wooded Foothills down to 15. I do like that their mana base is painful. It's helping me a lot. Whenever I can't deal damage and attack into them, it's helping me in the fact that, you know, yeah, they're getting a basic mountain here. So they know they can't get their shocks. See, yes, that's 1000% fine. Yep. And dealt them 2/2 as well. Let's take the damage. I don't really mind. What do you have for 1 red? Okay. I'm at 4. Good job. Let's burn their skewer here. It doesn't truly matter. I'm not gonna Skelemental them here, because I mean, I could. It's just tough. Yeah, because I would be put at 4, and then I have to hope that they don't deal 2 to us, and then like do any amount of damage. This is the safest thing we can do. Maybe the safest thing we could have done was just not play anything, but that's not typically what we want to do in Magic. Now, there are 4 cards in hand. They're probably going to kill us here. Well, this is when we can bring in Weather the Storm and everything like that. Yeah, they put us to 1. They have another burn spell. Yeah. They have the 3rd bolt or skewer. Yeah, that's fine. Let's sideboard. Super okay with this. When it comes to Maelstrom Pulse, is going to do not a whole lot of work here. We want the Huntmasters again. These guys do a lot of work. This is 3 or less, unfortunately, when it comes to wrathing. Savage Alliance might help a lot, but it depends. Anything here deal less damage. I don't think the Pillages and Molten Rains will really get us there in this game. I'd say the Molten Rain could be the one that stays. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I would like to play first. I like this hand. Alright. Hopefully I can bolt a creature of theirs. I'm not going to bolt their face this time. That was kind of an unfortunate play I had to make based on trying not to get rid of all my mana that my Burning Tree gave me. We're gonna attacks? Okay. So we'll let them attack. I gotta land out of it. Let's fetch for a Stomping Ground. Unfortunately, we had to do it this way, but I don't want that to stay on the battlefield at all. And then we can play a Burning Tree next turn just as a blocker. I'm not going to use my Bolt. Okay. Alright. This is a really clunky hand. I don't like the fact that I have to play one Bloodbraid at a time. I feel like these Bloodbraid Elves can be something else, you know. But they can sometimes just like spew out, so it's tough. There's a very volatile card. Maybe I should just play 4 of something else. I'm gonna block this regardless. I can't not. Yeah, I'm just gonna block it. Yeah, I don't care about trading this. Like, I'm just gonna bolt it later. So. Seeing that feels a lot better. I doubt they can really get the Swift Spear any higher, so we'll see. Alright, cool. Huntmaster's going to get us to 16 if they can't deal damage to us next turn. With 5 cards in hand, hopefully they can, because that's what the deck's doing. But Goblin Guide, yep, sure. And a lot of Goblin Guide. Yep, well, I got a land, yep. They've drawn me 2 cards off the Goblin Guide. Rob would love this. Rob hates the Goblin Guide with a passion. What you got for me? Bolt? Rift Bolt. It makes me a little sad about the Huntmaster. Let's see. There's Battlefield Orb Transform. Make a 2/2 and gain 2 life. And each upkeep if no spells were cast last turn, transform him. Maybe we still gotta play him, right? I can do this fetch a forest and just like hold him off. Yeah. Let's do that. Maybe they'll Rift Bolt our Bloodbraid Elf, which is a lot better for us. Ooh, that's super great. I'm okay with that. Do I hold back my Bloodbraid Elf as a blocker? 4 cards in hand. Nah, I'm at 17 at this point. It's time to put on the pressure. This is probably the tipping point of the game. Them being at 18 is not where I want them to be this late in the game. So, what will you Rift Bolt? Targeting me. All right. Yeah, they've got to get me back down to a reasonable life total. I want to draw Cloth this here. Or my other Huntmaster. Yeah, seeing the... Oh, man, that feels good. That means my Huntmaster's super safe. I'm glad. This is the funniest. They haven't hit a non-land yet. This is excellent. Oh, man. Alright. Main phase. Can I Blood Crypt? Go to 8. Unearth my Burning Tree. So that puts me at Gruul 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Gruul 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play the Huntmaster and get another guy out. But that keeps me at 10. But they have to get rid of 3 creatures? I'd say that's fine. Maybe I'm playing this wrong, but I wanna do all of it. It's cute, for sure. Hopefully our opponent's like, what is this? What is this deck doing? We don't know either. Those Goblin guys got a lot worse. They dealt a total of 6 damage over the... No, 4 damage over the course of the game because I got hit by... Yeah, attacked by 1, but we killed it, so... those 2 are the only ones that have hit us. Let's see what happens. I keep drawing non-lands, which is a little unfortunate. Rift Bolt suspended. And they're not attacking. That's... Sorry. I said that the turning point was all that life gain, but I believe whenever the aggro deck has to not attack, it just changes the game. Alright, so, 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, and 2 damage up to 1 target creature or player that. Yeah, so I'll choose you, and I'll choose a creature control. What an interesting card. I've never played with this card, so sorry about reading it. Oh man, what a card against aggro. I didn't think that would do that well. I think it's based on when I cast it as to why it did well. I want to play Touch of the Void, seeing that they run more creatures than I thought they did. Unearth is a lot less valuable right now. It did kind of propel me into having more blockers, but I don't think that's exactly what we're going for. I think that's fine. Yeah, this seems fine. I mean, hopefully we're lucky again. Maybe they have to mulligan to 5 or any number of things, but it's difficult to beat burn. This hand doesn't do anything until turn 3. What it does on turn 3 is it removes a thing, and we just keep getting hit for a lot of damage. I want life gain in my opening hand, but we'll see what we get. Because we have perfect mana, and at least we can draw lands off the Goblin Guide. No, nothing. Lightning Bolt's sick. I like that. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to play anything this game. This can get me a basic mountain, which is why I'm playing it. Not the card in general. I'm playing it now because I can get a basic mountain, and it deals the least damage over time to me. I'm not going to enjoy getting this Blood Crypt. Do I wait for Young Peasy? Nah. Let's just do this. Let the trigger resolve here. Force of Rage. Nice thing about doing the fetch before the trigger, at any point before the trigger, is because I don't want to keep drawing lands. I want action of some sort. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna play Young Pyromancer after this. Almost assuredly. I don't understand. Okay. Play this tapped and pass. I have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, maybe they're just holding up 2 removal spells. I mean, they can do that. They're allowed to. I have 5 cards still. 4 cards. I'm glad they had a land there. I don't have any effects to this, so I'm just gonna draw the land. I have 23 in the deck? So it's unlikely that this keeps happening, but it does, so I'm okay with that. No Rift Bolts coming off the top, so that's good. I want to kind of just answer their creatures until they're sad. So this is going to get a forest. I'm going to... This is a sorcery, unfortunately, but I'm going to exile this. Yes, please. I have so many cards in hand, and my Skelemental is so weak to any damage that I kind of want them to be almost completely empty on gas to even play it. It's a tough spot to be in. Seeing them play that Goblin Guide and just playing a land last turn was unfortunate. What did they need for 3 mana or 2 mana? I guess so. Sure. Whatever. Well, it's not really a whatever card, but I only have 2 cards in hand regardless, so let's get Yeah, this deck used to run 2 mountains. I probably should run that configuration again at some point. Red, black. We'll play our Skelemental here. I really want them just empty on cards. I have them having a lightning bolt here would really hurt my feelings, but okay. I mean, they're fetching. They could have a Helix. Lightning Helix would hurt my feelings as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's a card. Let's see what they draw. I can go to 3 and block their, this is going to be excellent. Combat, attacks. Yep. Okay. Assuming Spirit got out the top. Okay, so I'm going to cast this by exiling my Jund Spellbreaker here. I'll take 2, go to 3. What are they doing for 3 mana? Yeah, sure. I lose. That's a tough matchup. Burn in general is really, really tough. I don't... Just mono red, or even just... Boros Burn is really tough. I don't really see why they were even in white. They can have a way less painful mana base. Yeah, we lost one. That's fine. 100% fine. We can't have a perfect hand. It may have been the hand I kept. I meant to mulligan that one, but sometimes you just aren't paying much attention. This is a good hand, I'd say. Everything's a 3-drop, which is what this deck is sometimes. Figured you guys might want to be able to read the cards while I'm playing, which is weird of me, I know. Let's just play this tapped past turn. One swamp Inquisition. They can take literally anything they want besides Bloodbraid Elf. But I don't feel bad about any of this being taken. I am going to possibly pillage their land. Yeah, I imagine that would upset them. Yeah. Oh, main. I'm just gonna play this tapped. Go ahead. What an interesting... Yeah, like, I don't know. Inquisition's fine. I don't really enjoy the card. I guess it helps against, like, combo decks. Yeah, sure, Inquisition me again. I mean, it's not gonna... Yeah, I'm still gonna hit you. You have a triple Inquisition hand? This is a cool deck. Everything I'm seeing so far is pretty cool. Red, red, red. Well, red, black. I'm just gonna force of rage them. Put into 14 and then Bloodbraid into something decent, hopefully. Wonder how many times they can Raven's Crime me. Raven's Crime makes me super excited. Like, one black, just a player discards a card, any player, which is super great. And then retrace. By discarding a land, you can just cast it for its mana cost again, and it doesn't exile itself. 3 mana. I'm really happy to see 3 mana. Hopefully it's not gonna ruin our day, but we'll see. Each player's upkeep to discard a card. That's really tough. I'm fine with just discarding the land and hoping to draw land, so we will do it. Yeah. Lose the tokens. Draw. That's why we have them. Alright. Oh, man. That can get the Raven's Crime too. I'm glad we got the Bloodbraid Elf off the top, because theoretically we could have drawn the Clothis and then cascaded into the Simian Spirit Guide, so I'm glad that things worked out how they did. Yeah, I'll lose 3 life on my next upkeep. This is a coolish deck, but it doesn't have the gas, as far as I can tell. Like, yeah, sure. I mean, you can make me sacrifice my Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna burn the Raven's Crime. And just Overgrown Tomb tapped. That actually does 1 damage to me every upkeep, which is incredible. I'm not worried about the Liliana, not even the slightest. This does damage to opponents, unfortunately, but we'll get there. See, filling your opponent's hand and then making them discard cards is ideal. I'm not sure what this white's for. I haven't been shown. Sure. I'll take 1. Yep. I have discarded a card. Drill another land. It's a little unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. Burn a Wrench Mind. Seems like one of the more powerful spells, even though it's not going to do much. I'm going to play everything out of my hand. There's no reason to leave things in my hand if they're going to be discarded my upkeep, so we're going down that route. Liliana does not do much. Like, it's a very expensive card that doesn't do as much as you'd think against some matchups. Like, imagine if I had my Liliana, made them sacrifice a creature, then they next turn like animate their Blink Moth Nexus, and then attack and and kill my Liliana that I paid a lot of money for, and all that. So let's burn the Damnation, because that's also the most powerful spell. Red, green, black. Alright. A little unfortunate, but we've seen Saturdays. Alright. Let's sideboard. There, discard deck. I can name Liliana with this, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Little Spellbind is gonna do very little. Huntmaster will do some. Shenanigans is actually probably going to be sneakily good. If they have anything like the rack, I kind of want to have those in. And the Huntmasters, these guys just seem like great value to kind of pull myself back from a really precarious position when it comes to health. Take out 1 Simian Spirit Guide. I'll take out 1 Spellbreaker, because I feel like they'll just wait till their turn to remove it if they really care. I'll take a Pillage and a Force of Rage. Just kind of trimming on my regular package. Skelemental is obviously the better version of Force of Rage in some cases, and I'm going to be casting on my turn regardless. This is a nice hand. I'm actually excited about this. I'll keep this and F6 because they're going to steal our Clothis or our Lightning Bolt. But anything off the top is fine. Like, I'm very okay with them using discard spells on a non-land light hand. That's turn 1 play. Main phase. They Rage and Ravine. Go ahead. Hopefully they have another Shrieking Affliction, and then okay. Draw. I'm under the impression that I need to Burning Tree into a Bolt, or Burning Tree and lose the mana. This card over here, by the way, is a Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, let's Bloodstained Mire for a basic mountain. I'm gonna lose the mana. I'm okay with being mana inefficient here. I need to. Well, that means Klothys gets to eat a Lightning Bolt next turn. No, that's not worth it. Hopefully they care about this creature enough to kill it, or it just keeps doing 2 damage every turn. Maybe they have Liliana, and they just go to 1 on it. Yeah, yep, that's okay. Yep. Come on. Yes. All right. We're gonna burn the Liliana on our turn, and then play Klothys the following turn. Oh man, I might actually just Huntmaster. It only makes a 2/2, makes 2 life. The damage part comes if you flip it. So I feel safe enough to play this tapped because I have a Blood Crypt in hand, and I'll just fire this off now because I don't want to deal with it on their upkeep, and they like silence on their upkeep or something weird split second. Two mana, each instead of opponent lost 3 more life this turn, we draw a card. Oh, that's pretty good. Maelstrom Pulsable. I want to get a Swamp here actually, just because it's the best value. Keeps my life total high, and I don't want them drawing cards just because. I'm gonna keep this pulse up for another Liliana or something along those lines. Alright. Off we go, back to the races. Let's see what they got. Nothing at instant speed, so do your worst. 3 cards in hand. I'd like to see a Shenanigans here, even though it doesn't really hit anything now. I feel like our opponent would play something along those lines. Alright. Nothing was played last turn, so I get to flip. Let's deal 2 to target opponent Planeswalker and 2 to that creature. Sounds good. And then draw. Main. The only real thing you get off of it is the flip effect. I can Bloodbraid Elf and then flip back over, which is pretty solid. Let's move to combat. Oh, let's not move to combat. Let's do this. I was just gonna see if they were gonna trade the Sig, but I still want to get my Cascade. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. Put this Blood Crypt tapped. I'm gonna flip over, make another 2/2 wolf. I have no effects, so I'm just gonna yield Oh man, that felt like a good win. That was an interesting deck. I liked their deck a lot. All right. Well, we've played 3 games. I wasn't really counting, but I'm more so just keeping track of time, and it's been a bit of a long session here, so I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.